So, good morning everyone. Myself B. Kashinath, working as senior lecturer at Government Polytechnic Sangareddy, working in electronics and communication engineering. Uh, Presently, I am going to teach the subject of electronic measuring instruments, which is in third year, fifth semester, and the subject code is 18EC 504, and it comes under the elective, and it is the first choice in the elective, so it is 18EC 504, elective A option. And the topic which today is the uh, third chapter in the EMI, that is digital instruments, and the subtopic is specifications of the digital LCR meter, which is going to the last topic in the digital instruments. So after that, we will overview, or we will quickly revise what we have learned in the this third chapter uh, after the completion of these specifications. So in the previous class, we have learned about the block diagram of digital LCR meter and its principle and operation and working of the digital LCR meter, and how we are measuring the different components of unknown values of inductance, capacitance, and resistance. By using, we will be having the function switch to select the that may be manual or automatic, which will select unknown quantities of LCR, that is given to the conversion circuits. The conversion circuits is are nothing but a op amp with a phase sensitive detector, which will convert the corresponding uh, inductive impedance or capacitive impedance into the corresponding voltage levels. Or for measurement of unknown resistance, we are converting the current to the voltage converter. So finally, whatever the quantity may be there, we are converting into voltage. That voltage is again converted from analog to digital converter, that is given to the decade counters. Then that is displayed on the digital readout. So we have uh, measured the unknown values of inductance and capacitance by using the op amp and phase sensitive detector circuits, and we have measured the different values of LCR, and we can measure also the dissipation factor and quality factor. Quality factor is the reciprocal of the dissipation factor, and also for measuring the higher order of resistance, we are measuring the in conductance. So anyway, at that point, your resistance will be 1 by conductance. So when we are measuring the high resistances, it will give the conductance. For measuring the resistance, we are converting R equal to 1 by G. So like that, we have discussed in yesterday's topic of the working of the digital LCR meter working. Now we are going to the specifications of the digital LCR meter. So as we have already known, the specifications means specifications are given by the manufacturer in the data sheet, to how we have to operate the how we have to operate the instrument for safety, uh, as a safety precaution for user as well as the instrument. So what are the operating conditions, what is the maximum frequency which can be allowed, like that. So whatever the front panel controls, or whatever the things in the operating conditions, so temperature, humidity, pressure, or its size, like that, how it can be operated, like that, all the specifications will be mentioned by the manufacturer in the data sheet while he is manufacturing the equipment. So today we are going to discuss about the what are the specifications of this digital LCR meter. uh, so on completion of this period, you will be able to know the specifications of the digital LCR meter. So first one is what are the variables which can be measured. So you can measure the LCR, that is inductance, capacitance, resistance, and you can also measure the conductance as well as the dissipation factor also. Measurement frequency. So measurement frequency, you can select either 1 kilohertz or 100 hertz. So measurement frequency, as we are giving input to the op amp in the internal circuit of LCR meter, so we may select either the frequency of 1 kilohertz or 100 hertz depending on your choice. And measurement modes are either series or parallel. And the accuracy of this instrument, that is digital LCR meter or digital impedance meter, is 0.025% of the nominal values, and the maximum voltage across the component is uh, zero point 0.3 volts RMS. You can note down these values or take a screenshot or note down. Next, the sampling rate is 2 per second, and display output display is 4 digits, 12.5 millimeter high resolution, and response time is less than 1 second. Power supply is normal power supply, 230 volts, 50 hertz with 10 plus or minus 10% accuracy, and size in millimeters. So it is length, width into height, 440 into 280 into 65. You can note down these values. Next, measurement ranges of different quantities of the this inductance measurement starts from the 0 0.0 microhenries to 999 henries, and the capacitance measurement starts from 0 0.0 picofarads to 9999 microfarads, and the resistance measurement starts from 0.000 ohms to 100 mega ohms. These are the typical measurement ranges of the LCR. You can note down these values. These are very important. And the ultimate resolution that can be achieved by considering the L equal to 0.1 microhenry, C equal to 0.1 picofarad, and R value will be 0.001 ohms. and the basic accuracy of this instrument is 0.25% of the reading plus or minus one digit. So you can note down these values. That is, ultimate resolution can be achieved by considering the L equal to 0.1 microhenries, C equal to 0.1 picofarads, R equal to 0.001 ohms, and the basic accuracy of the meter is 0.0 plus or minus 0.25% of the reading plus or minus one digit. You just make the note of these values. So in this class we have learned about the different specifications of the digital LCR meter. So we will quickly see again the specifications. So variable measured is either you can select from the function switch. You can measure inductance, capacitance and resistance, and the measurement frequency is the 1 kilohertz, or you can select either 1 kilohertz or 100 hertz, and the measurements modes are series or parallel. Accuracy is 0.025% of the nominal values, and maximum voltage across component is 0.3 volts RMS, and the sampling rate is 2 per second, and display is 4 digit 12 millimeter high. So response time is less than 1 second. So response time is how much? Less than 1 second. Power supply is 230 volts plus or minus 10% with a 50 hertz supply. Size in millimeters is 440 into 280 into 65, and the measurement ranges, that is from inductance measurement range starts from the 0.0 microhenries to 999 henries, whereas capacitance measurement starts from 0.0 picofarads to 9999 microfarads, so that is 9999 microfarads, and the measurement of resistance starts from 0.000 ohms to 100 mega ohms, and the ultimate resolution of this digital LCR meter can be achieved by considering the values of this L equal to 0.1 microhenry, C equal to 0.1 picofarad, and R equal to 0.001 ohms, and the basic accuracy of this meter is plus or minus 0.25% of the reading plus or minus one digit. So these are the specifications of the digital LCR meter. So by this we are completed the third chapter in the electronic measuring instruments, that is the digital instruments. So frequently asked questions in this topic is list the specifications of the digital LCR meter. So if it is asked for a 1 mark question, then you have to write at least 2 specifications of the LCR meter. If it is asked for 3 marks question, then you have to write at least 6 specifications of the LCR meter. So what are the review questions, or the review of this third chapter is, so what is digital instruments? So what is digital instruments? So whatever the real world signal that we are getting from the our real world signals like temperature, pressure, current, voltage, power, or humidity, temperature, whatever the signals that are in analog in nature, that we want to convert into digital. So which will be displayed on the which will be displayed as discrete values on the digital display, on a LED or LCD display. So that we are calling it as digital instruments, which will be having the real world input signal. So whatever the real world input signal, that will be converted into digital signal by the 8 analog to digital converter. So after that you will be having the uh, amplification and calibration attenuator, and finally you will be having the output display, so that you are displaying the whatever the analog quantities in the respected discrete digital quantities. Like while in analog instruments you are measuring the uh, values, like pointer, which will be on the continuous scale, uh, which will deflect according to your measurement. But in case of digital instruments you will be directly uh, getting the digit display, the decimal digit display on your LED or LCD display. Based on that, there will be more advantages of the digital instruments than you compare to your analog instruments. Like you can increase accuracy will be increased, and you will be having the better resolution. So you can measure the least quantities of the measurements, so resolution will be more, accuracy will be more, and it will be portable, and it will be cheap, and it can be further recorded for processing. So as the analog quantities are not recorded, and so here the digital signals will be uh, whatever the digital instrument data, that will be stored and recorded, so it can be further processed. And there is a less chance of human interpolation and parallax errors, and it will increases the reading speed also. uh, when it is available in IC form, it will be less, uh, it will be compact in size, and cost will be less. So there is more advantage as compared to analog instruments for the digital instruments. So main, if it is asked for one mark question, you can directly write increased accuracy and better resolution, and it will increase the reading human reading speed, which will reduce the interpolation errors and parallax errors. If it is asked for 3 marks question, then you have to write compact in size, and it can whatever the digital values that can be stored and processed for further modification of the results. uh, it will be less in size, uh, like that you can write more number of applications. That is, you have to write at least 6 advantages of uh, for 3 marks. If it is asked for 1 mark, then you have to write at least 2 application advantages. uh, and next topic in this chapter is that is the digital voltmeters. We are calling it as DVMs. DVM is a versatile and compact and accurate measurement instrument for measuring the digital quantity of voltages. That is, we are converting the analog voltage into digital voltage by the A to D converter and the display. So based on that digital voltmeters, how they are measuring the values of the how they are converting the analog values into the digital values. On the principle of working, we are classified into different types. So we'll be having the ramp type digital voltmeter, successive approximation type voltmeter, dual slope integration type voltmeter, and integration type DVMs, and staircase type DVMs. There are different types of digital voltmeters, but in our syllabus we are having only two types, that are ramp type digital voltmeter and successive approximation type digital voltmeter. So we have discussed about the block diagram and explanation of the both type of DVMs. In the first case of ramp type DVMs, what are the advantages, disadvantages we have discussed, and the principle of working of ramp type DVM. We have taken the negative ramp type, and whatever the measured quantity is first measured with this negative going ramp. Whenever the coincidence occurs, the input comparator will start the start pulse. Whenever the ramp reaches the ground signal, ground comparator will gives the stop signal. Between the start and stop signals, whatever the gate counter, which will count the number of pulses, that will be given as a direct measurement of your whatever the analog quantity that will be there. So that is the principal operation of the ramp type digital voltmeter. But the advantage is it is very compact, less, and it is very much useful in all the operating conditions. But the disadvantage of ramp type digital voltmeter is when the noise is superimposed on the input signal, distortion will be more. As we have come to the successive approximation type DVMs, what we are doing, we are successively approximating the input value to the final value of the whatever the successive approximation register control word. So that control word is given to the digital to analog converter, so that analog converter output is continuously checked with your input signal by successively approximating your input value to this SAR control register output. We are finally, after whatever the n, if it is n input, it will take n clock pulses to arrive at the final value of the your input voltage. So that is the main advantage. So if it is having 4 bits, it will take 4 clock pulses to arrive at the final value. So it is like a balancing the bridge, that is, on one side you are having 100 kg, and the other side you will be having the 110 kg. So 100 kg is known value, 110 kg is unknown value, suppose, then it will not be accepted. Then we are getting 50 kg, in that case it will be accepted. Then you are putting another 60 kg, 50 plus 60 will be 110, again 60 kg will be discarded. Then you are going for 40 kg, 50 plus 40, 90 kgs, it will be accepted. Then you are going again for 20 kg, 50 plus 40 plus 20, then again it will be discarded. Then you are going for 10 kg, so 50 plus 40 plus 10, 100 kg. Then you are exactly measuring the 100 kg with that balance equation. Similarly, we are going with the 5 volts value. For that we have taken the 8 bits, so all 8 bits high will be indicate the 5 volts. Based on that, if you are measuring some values that is 1 volt, then we are checking that value 1 volt with the first control register will be having the ring counter that will be set by the start and stop multi vibrator action. So you are putting the 1 bit high, all bits low, that will be equivalent to half of the maximum, that is 2.5 volts, that is anyway less than your 1 volt, that will be discarded. Then you are going for 1.25 volts, that will be also discarded. Then you are going for half of the 1.25, that will be 0.0625, that will be accepted. Based on that, it will continuously check the values with the input comparator, uh, and we will be having the sample and hold circuit that will be used for the during the whatever the analog value that will be converted into digital value. So it will have the sample and hold circuit, so that during the digitalization process, whatever the value that will be given to the sample and hold circuit, so that the capacitor will be charged. And during the digitalization process, when we are taking the measurement, the whatever the value of the capacitor, that is given to the input comparator, so capacitor will discharge at that time, and it will give the accurate result within the n clock pulses. That is the main advantage of successive approximation register. Next we have we have discussed about the specifications of the digital voltmeter. After that, we have discussed about the digital frequency meter, DFM. So on that, again the principle is, you are taking a simple AND gate. One input is your input, unknown input, to which frequency you want to measure. Another input is your 1 second pulse. During that 1 second pulse, how many number of trigger pulses that are counted on the unknown input, that will directly give the measurement of your unknown frequency of the unknown input signal. So but your input is analog in nature, so that input signal is amplified. So whatever the sine wave signal, that is amplified and converted into square wave by the schematic trigger. Before applying it to the AND gate, we are doing, we are differentiating and clipping, so that we are finally producing the train of pulses. That train of pulses is passing through the one of the input terminals of the AND gate, and to the another input of the AND gate we are applying the 1 second pulse. During that 1 second pulse, how many number of pulses are counted, that will directly give the digital readout of the whatever the frequency by the uh, high precision electronic counters that will directly read out the whatever the frequency of your unknown input signal. For the same, what we have taken the gate flip flop, so which will enable or disable the one of the input of your AND gate. For one input you are applying the whatever the real world signal, unknown signal, for which you have to measure the frequency, and another input is applied through the crystal oscillator, which will generate the different time, which will generate the 1 megahertz frequency sine wave, so that you are generating the 1 microsecond time period signal, that will be given to the 6 decade counters. Based on which time base you want, you can select the time base. So that time base signal will be given to the gate control flip flop, that will decide the time period, for how much time the input triggering pulses will be counted. Based on that, so that is that whenever f, your unknown frequency f, will be equal to n by t, where n is the number of pulses counted and t is the time period between the start and stop action of the enable and gate control flip flop. And if you want to measure the time period, then t equal to n by f. And we have discussed about the accuracy specifications of the digital frequency meter also. So what are the accuracy specifications of DFM? So that is uh, range selection error. So select the more number of clock cycles for measurement for measuring the lowest possible range. And accuracy specifications, that is plus or minus 1 LSD, plus or minus time base error, and reciprocal counting technique. And we have discussed about the specifications of this digital frequency meter. And we have come across the final topic of digital LCR meter. So digital impedance meter, how it is working, block diagram and explanation of digital LCR meter. And finally we came across the specifications of the digital LCR meter, which we and these are the different short answer questions on this whole chapter. So what is digital instrument? List the advantages of digital instruments over analog instruments. Classify the digital voltmeters and list the specifications of digital frequency meters. You can also take this question of list the specifications of digital voltmeter and list the specifications of digital LCR meter. So if it is asked for one more question, you have to write two specifications. If the same questions are asked for 3 marks, then you have to write at least 6 specifications of either digital frequency meter or digital voltmeter. or digital LCR meters. So there are the different short answer questions that may come in the exam. So you can note down these questions. Now take a screenshot of this short answer questions. Uh, you can write these questions also. List the specifications of digital LCR meter. List the specifications of digital voltmeters. Explain about the accuracy of frequency meter. If the question is asked for 3 marks questions, then briefly explain about the accuracy of the frequency meter, on which factors it will affect, and how it is affecting, that is what is range selection error, and what is the accuracy specifications, how we are giving the accuracy specifications, what is gate count error, or what is time based error, how gate count error depends, how time based error depends on the crystal oscillator errors, and what is reciprocal counting, where reciprocal counting is used, like that. You can write briefly. When it is asked for essay questions, that is 5 marks question, then you have to give the examples for each and every one, that is for range measurements and accuracy specifications, as well as the reciprocal counting method. We have already discussed the different examples, that also you have to give the for essay question. You can note down these questions. And the essay type questions are: explain in detail the working of ramp type digital voltmeter. Similarly, explain about the successive approximation type digital voltmeter. So you have to draw the block diagram, and you have to explain the principle of operation and working for this two. So you have to draw neatly the block diagram, then you have to explain the principle of operation and working of this one. If possible, you can write the advantages as well as disadvantages of this DVMs. You can note down these questions. This comes under the essay type questions. So next questions are: explain the principle of operation of digital frequency meter, and explain the principle of operation of digital LCR meter. So for these two questions also, you have to draw the block diagram and explain the principle of operation and working. Then only you will get the full marks. and you can write the advantages, disadvantages. If the time permits, you can also add specifications also. So you can note down these questions. Totally you will be having the 4 essay type questions. If it is that question is also taken place, you will be having the 5 essay question, that is the explain the accuracy measurement of the digital frequency meter. That may also uh, we can consider for the essay question by taking the examples for each of the accuracy specifications, that is range measurement, reciprocal counting and accuracy specifications. We have to give the example for each one, how they are affected by different frequency measurements by giving the examples. So totally 5 essay questions. Out of the 5 essay questions, you will get at least no definitely you will get the 2 essay questions from this chapter for the midsem 2. So these are the different questions that may be asked in your digital altimeter. So we are concluding with the this chapter, that is third chapter, that is digital meters, digital instruments. In that one we have discussed firstly what is digital instrument, advantages of digital instrument over analog instruments, and classification of what is digital altimeter, classification of digital altimeters, and explanation of ramp type alt DVM and successive approximation type DVM, and specifications of DVM, and explanation of DFM, digital frequency meter, and its specifications and accuracy specifications of the DFM. Then we came across the explain the working of digital LCR meter, and we came across the specifications of digital LCR meter. So that concludes the third chapter uh, of your syllabus in electronic measuring instrument is the digital instruments. So thank you everyone. So these are the different essay type questions that will come across the in your exams. Thank you for